Greetings and salutations. What's going on? Just gonna go straight in with it. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we will begin. So, head, that's towards thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you going. That's the decisions you making. Everything starts from the mind. From here, the sword. Then you got cups. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Your heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. Can't half-ass anything. Who rules the heart and mind department? The divine feminine. You can tell. And then you got wands or clubs. Wands are actions and behavior. It's all you can go off of with any person or anything or pretty much any place. um, Wands are actions and behaviors, the things you've done or the things you're doing. Not what you finna do because it ain't been done or you ain't did it or it doesn't really mean anything to begin with. There's accountability to what you've done. There's karma to what you've done. There's accountability to what you're doing. It's karma to what you're doing right now. What you finna do does not. Who's the king of wands? The divine masculine. You can tell that too. And you got pentacles, which there's a lot of pentacles in your reading, feminine. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire, and all pentacles have All pentacles have expiration dates. They're temporary, and they will expire. Okay. So, first card in this message, we got the Wounded Warrior. Nine of Wands, that's the overall energy, which is fairly important. Bottom line energy, we got the Ace of Wands, which is awareness, which is the most important thing. It's at the bottom. Top row is the direct energy for the Divine Feminine. We got the Five of Pentacles. The intro, you come into the situation, this is the Dark Night of the Soul. You directly, in regards to yourself, feminine row, we got the Two of Pentacles. You in regards to the masculine, directly, consciously, you got the King of Pentacles. This is a karmic masculine or a CEO. I'll break that down in just a second. CEO card. Master Manifestor. Final card of your direct conscious energy, going to the future feminine, you got the Five of Wands, which is outside conflict or separation. We'll break that down. Yo, indirect, subconscious, or mystery madness cards. Coming to the situation, we have the Six of Swords. This is my clueless card, as in the movie. But this is things coming together. Six of Swords. Indirect, subconscious, mystery madness to yourself. We got the Five of Swords. This is focus. The focus card. That's you in regards to yourself, the feminine role. Masculine role. You indirectly, subconsciously, we got your life here. Eight of Pentacles, that's the life card. A life card. And final card in your message, which is an awesome card, by the way. And your mystery madness or indirect energy going to the future. Final card in this message, we got the Ten of Pentacles, which is manifestation. That's manifesting something that you wanted or something that you wanted to manifest. A wish that you wanted, granted, being granted. Dream that just came true, coming true right before your eyes. Like, last message, Ten of Pentacles. That's gonna be straight. So, coming to this thing. What's fairly important, feminine, is the Nine of Wands. Okay, this is the Wounded Warrior. Best way I can break this down is the actions and behavior that you've done in the past and that you're currently doing. You know, this is just the receipt of it. You learn by doing. Okay, the only way you're gonna learn anything is by doing anything. People who don't do anything, that can't make nothing happen. How do you even manifest Ten of Pentacles? How do you even create a pentacle through wands? No pain, no gain. You don't put no work in, you don't get nothing out. This is the stuff you put in, input, to get output. Output would be pentacles. So feminine, you come into the situation looking at all the work that you've done. Hopefully you're not wearing it as a badge of honor because, like I said, there ain't no cookies for doing the right thing. There is no cookies for manifestation. You get no propers for doing what has to be done in life. It's like people that I see online who show their money grip. That's their show money. They want to floss it to make people think that they got money, but in reality, the way that they're handling their money, you can tell they ain't never had money before. If I had that much money, you wouldn't even know I had that. First of all, wouldn't even be no broadcast that that's how much money I got that night. If anything, that bitch would be right in the bank, deposited in my shit, building up that way. I don't have to physically build up shit to show anybody anything. But, same way dumb people show their money to make it seem like they have money when in reality, they don't have money by the way they're playing with their money and shit. That's what these are too. Just your wounds. Things that you've done. Put a lot of work into this twin flame shit. Put a lot of work into yourself. Put a lot of work into what you do. Okay, that's cool in the game. It's nothing to be broadcasted. It's nothing to hold as a bad one. Because then you're going to want to be old shit. I put a lot into you. I ain't getting nothing back. What are you good for? It's like you're holding what you're doing in a badge of honor and some shit like that. Like, I don't see no pinnacles out here. No contracts. No, not business going on around here. You're just going strictly off what you've done. There is no physical receipt for work. Period. That's the first lesson you learn. This is fairly important. You don't get no cookies for doing the right shit. You don't get no cookies for the work you do. Even when you give. Even when you manifest and finally able to help somebody else. Like, just do it. It's Nike. You just do it. It's your job to do it. You don't broadcast shit that you're supposed to do. Or broadcast the work that you put in to do it. It's like you're a boxer. Last example I'm using for this overall energy with this wounded warrior shit. It's like you're a boxer. In the whole fight, you're showing the people what it takes to train for a fight like this. And how hard it is to be a boxer, and then you get your ass whooped. Some can say you spent more time, I don't know, showing people how you got here than doing what you're supposed to do while you here. Maybe the other boxer won because they wasn't showing people their life. They was probably just working, doing what the fuck they do to get what really matters, this championship win. It's like people who show money online. It's a lot of clout chasing out here. It's more so clout. You put the work in, or you this, or you that, and just because of that shit you've done, you official when there's no pinnacles nowhere. Bottom line, more important than all that, we got awareness. You're just getting hip to it. You're just getting aware, like I say, that actions matter. So actions and behavior, that's all a motherfucker can go off of. Period. Not pinnacles. This shows you why, just exactly why wands are more important than pinnacles. But wands don't mean shit, really, if you ain't pinnacling up. So, you're just getting aware that, what's important and what's not. What counts and what doesn't. What means something and what doesn't mean a thing. It's what you're in it for, like any relationship, like any business partnership, like anything you're finna put time, energy, and resources into. You need to know what you're getting into. You know what I mean? So you ain't learning the hard way. Yes, we learn by experience, but you ain't gotta dive head first. You ain't gotta get butt naked. Like, you ain't gotta go all in off a trial run. Like, you test things, but you try. That's what it's all about. Bottom line, you try. Whether you fail, whether you succeeded, it's still a learning experience, whether you fail or not. Speaking of failure, first card we got in your message. You personally coming to the introduction right here. We got the Five of Pentacles. This is the Dark Knight of the Soul. This is the L. Now, last time I did a reading, you had this in your direct energy. And I took probably about like 2 bye weeks too. So it's just a lot of feminines that's been going through a lack of pentacles. This could be lack of support. This could be lack of ends, money, finances, lack of opportunity, lack of just chances. It's just really you out here, and you only got a handful of people you can really count on or depend on. But the way your situation's set up, like you can't really count or depend on anybody. So you really by yourself out here. You ain't never by yourself. You always got God with you. You always got your twin flame with you inside. But on the physicality part, it's just like you a lot lonelier feminine than you was previous years. You ain't at your lowest point as far as like hitting rock bottom. You at your lowest point as far as friends. You're at your lowest point as far as family you fuck with. You're at your lowest point as far as how many fucks you really giving out here. It's like our shit coming to a head. You know, physical things, people, places, things. Things are coming to a head. A lot of people are coming to the head with you. A lot of places are coming to a head with you. Not because of the new year, you getting on some new shit. It's just you've been peeping these persons, these places, these things that you've been allowing in your cipher. Ain't nobody fault for this L but yourself. Even if it ain't your fault, it's your fault because you allow whatever it was to happen. That's a mature aspect from a mature person coming at a situation like that, a calamity like that. You know, but at the end of the day, L's, we take them. We try again though. We learn not to do this again, and we move on to a different situation. You know, so a lot of you feminines are taking L's because we all take them. We got some W's coming. Don't hold the work that you put into this L as a receipt of good deeds to come. Well, fuck it. I put all that work in and shit. I'm bound to get something out of it. I can't, all I do is help people. All I do is do this and do that. And I can't get no help. Nah, God, you know what I mean? You compromise with God with fake receipt. You coming at people like forthcoming wise. You only helping people to try to get them to help you. Like it's not right. Can't do shit like that. So feminine, really be aware of how you coming with your actions and behavior, because they're really being under a microscope, or really being under floodlights right now. You indirectly or subconsciously coming to the situation feminine. You got the Six of Swords. This is the clueless card, as in the movie Clueless. I'm gonna break that down in just a second. Aside from the clueless aspect of this card, these are swords. They deal with decisions and directions. This is shit clicking. This is two things clicking. Like the way zippers work, this is two ends of the zippers zipping up. Two shoestrings tying the shoe. You know what I mean? A double dutch. Two motherfuckers twirling a double dutch to get an actual double Dutch popping so people can hop in and jump in it and shit. This is like the way a car works. I ain't just start that bitch up. It's driving that motherfucker. It start up good. It's driving good. Okay, we flowing. This is riding down a fucking hill. You ain't got to paddle no more. Save that strength. Save that energy. This is shit just moving. Shit moves, move with it. When shit click with it. When shit stop clicking, get the fuck off of it. It might hurt you. Clueless aspect of it. It's just like the movie Clueless. In the movie Clueless, everybody was clueless until at the end of the movie, everything made sense. Teachers was clueless, student was clueless. Saying parents were clueless. Nobody know who they wanted to be with. Nobody know who they was. Who their real friends were. You know what I mean? But at the end of the movie, everything came together. And this is shit coming together. Feminism took an L directly, consciously. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you getting a whole experience from this L. And it might not even be a loss. It just could be like I said. You came out on top. It's just money tight. It's just you can't do your vacation, or you know what I mean. You got everything together, but you end up catching COVID or some shit, and now you can't even go on a vacation that you just made all these plans for. Like that could be a dark night of soul. That could be an L too. Like it ain't gotta be just you fucked up. Just a little rain on a parade, but you're seeing why that this didn't happen, that this didn't go through, that you are exactly where you are right now. Now you personally, directly, in regards to yourself, we got the Two of Pentacles. Masculine had the Ace of Pentacles. This is Ace of Pentacles is being in attendance to something. Ace of Pentacles is accountability. Ace of Pentacles is, like I said, a big ass manifestation, a big ass pinnacle. It's a person that's important, a place that's important, or a thing that's important. Or you yourself are a pinnacle, a walking, talking fucking pinnacle. This is you, a walking, talking pinnacle with something to bring to the table. That's what Two of Pentacles could be. It's just you out here and you ain't coupled up with nobody, or in a relationship with nobody, or ain't nobody staying with you or around you all the time in your cipher. You and another person, let another person in your cipher. Like, if it ain't another person, if it's just you out here, it's just what you bring to the table as a person. More smoke. directly, feminine, when it comes to yourself and what you bring to the table. All right? You really need to work. Two of Wands is work. That's survival, which is making ends meet, which is bare minimum shit. To survive, that's bare minimum. Thriving is more than surviving. Evolving as a person, evolving in a career, evolving as a purpose, value, spiritual value, or whatever the fuck. That's 3 of Wands. That's going to the next level than just being a drone. You know, you got something to bring to the table. So yeah, you gotta work, you gotta make ends meet. But your life ain't built on you making ends meet. Your life just don't consist of fucking surviving. Working for somebody else your whole fucking life. You gotta work for yourself. Thus starting your own company so people can work for your company for the rest of their motherfucking life. Yeah, it's balance of power. It's power exchange. You know, you either work for somebody else for the rest of your life, or you can work for yourself, having people work for you for the rest of their life. Either way, you gotta work. Work has to be done. You know, question is, what you really bringing to the table? You working ain't bringing nothing to the table, because everybody works. No matter if you a doctor or a fucking flight attendant or movie attendant, my nigga. Hey, we all got a job to do, but it's like, besides the job, what do you really bring to the table? Besides just working to pay bills, what do you really bring to the table? Besides you working shit all the goddamn time, who the fuck working you? You coaching. Who coaching you? You teaching. Who teaching you? You putting on. Who the fuck putting you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you and what you bring to the table. That's what you finna get a real uh, awareness. Going back to our energy, you finna get a lot of awareness about that. Mystery madness, subconscious, indirect energy to what's going on with you. Just this whole find out what you got to bring to the table while you making ends meet and surviving out here. We got the 5 of Swords. Just focus. A lot of feminines are definitely in this position. Y'all working, making ends meet, doing what y'all can do for yourself and y'all family, which is a lot as it is. 9 of Wands. Ain't no fucking physical receipt as to why shit should be a certain way given the work that you got to put in anyway. You're just gonna have to focus on what this shit you bring it to the table can not only do for your job, what it can do for you. Like, you gotta start from somewhere. That's shit you gotta focus on. Things starts from a singular point. It's a sword, a decision, or direction you finna go in. And shit just goes from there. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Toes, that's pentacles. You're not gonna manifest without swords, a plan. You can have a plan all day, but what do you feel about this plan? Are you feeling this is a good plan, or are you feeling you need to go back to the drawing board? You get all that covered here. Are you sure or not? You know what I mean? Then you got Wands. Are you doing it? You had a thought, you feel something about it, now you doing shit. From the shit you've done, Wands, something's gonna come out of it. Good, bad, or ugly. So you ain't putting focus on the ugly. You ain't putting focus on the bad. You're just focusing on the good. But keeping your psyche that bad things can happen. Better prepare for the worst. You don't hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. Okay? Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Always have a backup plan. Always give yourself some wiggle room financially or whatever for margins of error. That's what I do. I keep my margin of error big as hell, so at the end of the day, I probably won't even use none of that margin. And shock myself at not even being on margin when I gave myself this much weight, room to fuck up or make mistakes, and it turns out I didn't make any to begin with. It's like that. Masculine, bro. On to some other shit. You in regards to the masculine directly, we got the King of Pentacles. This is a karmic masculine. Could be good, bad, or ugly. Or this could be you, feminine, as a CEO. King of Pentacles is my CEO card. It stands for ownership. You're an owner, shit falls on you. Your car that's in your name hits somebody or falls off somewhere and hits something else. Okay, is this your car? Yes, it's my car. Okay, well, you're accountable for this car. Your child goes out here and do some crazy ass shit. Okay, whose kid is this? It's my child. And it's like, okay, you're accountable for this shit here. That's the owner. You made that baby. Thus, you're the owner of the baby. You own that car. You own this home. You own whatever the fuck. So it all falls on you. So before you even become an owner, you need to prepare for ownership. Before you can be an owner, you need to be a boss. You need to see how business is ran first before you hop into a business. It goes to this whole psychic shit. Like, a lot of people think they could just do this shit. But I'll be the first to tell you, this ain't for everybody. It takes a real special person to really, like, be a psychic. It took years. Like I say, I studied for 5 years before I got online. I've been doing this for 4 years, going on 5. This is year 5. Thus, I've been in the psychic game for 10 years. I'm saying, before I even put myself out here, I studied. I got all my shit. Because you can't just come out here on bullshit. I mean, you can buy your own numbers and just fluff up and do what everybody else doing. That's what majority of the people do here. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta know what you're doing. You fuck up a lot of lies. Telling a lot of lies. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fake psychics, coaches, spiritual advisors. Like, they in it for the bread. They in it for the fame. They in it for, you know, it ain't just even knowing this shit. It's doing it. You feel me? Like, I've been doing this for 4 years. This shit don't stop. My phone does not stop ringing. I don't stop getting reading requests. I don't stop helping people. Like, this shit, 4 years straight. Lucky I ain't got no kids. Lucky it's just me out here. Lucky I can handle something like this. But this ain't for everybody. People be thinking that shit, but that's just not what the fuck it is. So, that being said, ownership. You gotta take ownership in whatever direction you come in with shit. Because you can't play Ray Charles or act like it ain't on you when it's on you, so to speak. Mystery Madness, subconscious, indirect energy to that. We got the Eight of Pentacles. That's your life in a card. Now, going back to this King of Pentacles, aside from the ownership, CEO talk I was just talking about, this could be a karmic masculine. Like I said, you got good karmic masculines out here who are willing to invest in you, support you, give you all that Two of Wands, which is support. This is also Divine Masculine's role, Two of Wands. Aside from survival, aside from making ends meet, this is the Divine Masculine's role. What is the Divine Masculine's role? It's just support. Not financially, this is like moral support. This is like literally giving you a hand off the ground. When you call, he picks up. You want to meet you somewhere, he does. You want him to agree to some terms, he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bare minimum. Just like making ends meet is bare minimum, just like surviving is bare minimum. What Divine Masculine does is bare minimum. You can't overwork a bare minimum job. It's like asking a person to do a $25 hour job, only getting paid $8.25. Like, it's not gonna go the way you want it to go. And even if they were a sucker to do it, it's only enough time before they just give up because it ain't worth what they're going through. So, got good karmic side. Utilize them. That's what they're here for. To maybe fund your business, to maybe get you to where the fuck you gotta go to. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't gonna work out. You know, eventually you're gonna have to have that talk and free yourself like Fantasia from this karmic masculine. But like I said, if they're a good one, they'll still love, respect, and admire you. Ain't gonna be no pentacles involved no more, but cause that's really all they're there for. But good karmic situation. It could be a bad karmic situation. Say, divine feminines, y'all are like beams of light. You are the light in the back porch. You're gonna draw bugs, mosquitoes, weasels, cats, dogs, vermin. You're gonna attract things, you know what I'm saying? And your job is to light up area, but since the area is lit, it's gonna be a lot of things coming within the area. So, you know, it's just a double-edged sword being a divine person, and even you doing people wrong, the karma on that coming back on you gonna be deadly too. But off karmics, your life, because karmics can be in your life. Kids in your life, these are the shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, come to bed, you're sleeping on the four walls you call your shelter. Cars in your life, God is in your life, path is in your life, purpose is in your life, twin is in your life. Your life consists of a lot of things. And look at your life. all over the place. Can't really fit anything in here. Going to the final card in your message, we got 10 of Pentacles. Now, she has 4 Pentacles on this side, left side. 4 Pentacles on the right side. That's your life. This is your life. This is your life when you manifest things. Couldn't fit anything. It seemed like couldn't fit anything in life. But once you line your life up, you not only fit one thing in there, you fit 2 things in there. Like, that's pretty much how the shit go. You gotta make room. You gotta clean out your closet. You're gonna have to do a lot of things. Really make room for what's to come. So some people that's in your life can't be in your life anymore. When you make room for new people, or just make room, period. Just need more space. No, it's time to really clean your life up and line up in the way it need to be lined for you to really prosper in the manner that you need to prosper right now. So, future final roll directly. You go into the future feminine, you got the 5 of Wands. This is outside conflict or separation. So, on a separation note, you got recognition, which happens one time. You got union, which happens one time. You got reunion, which happens often. And you got separation, which happens often too. So, union and separation happens frequently. Since recognition only happens one time, it'd be good to have a good recognition story. And remember, the way you recollect or recognize this twin flame situation is going to be a little different from how your masculine recognizes it, because y'all 2 different people. You know what I mean? Y'all came at this shit from 2 different angles, so it's kind of be like 2 different stories to the recognition story. Then you got union. That happens one time. Make sure that shit is monumental. Make sure whatever breakthrough, whatever milestone, whatever's happening during that first little union, first and only union, that you 2 unite, that it's memorable. You don't want to use it to like I say, on some 9 of Wands shit as a badge of honor as to why things should happen in your twin flame shit. You know, just have a good recollection. Why? Because it's going to be a lot of reunion and a lot of fucking separation going on. And if you don't know how to deal with separation, you're going to learn. If you ain't never been in separation before, it's going to happen. Aside from twin flame separation, 5 of Wands is outside conflict. 7 of Wands is internal conflict. Masculine had that last week. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers would rather deal with outside situations than deal with their own situation. It's shit that don't involve you, unless you want to involve yourself in it. But why? Like, why put yourself in somebody else's situation? Why put yourself in other people's problems? You got problems of your own. Why take care of other family members and strangers when you got your own family you can help? You know, why go outhouse when you ain't started helping in-house first? Like, come outside situations, let outside situations stay outside. It's an outside situation that you want to involve yourself in. Just don't. You have to fend and fight for yourself and your situation. Let them do the same. You know, ain't shit easy. Ain't nothing free out here. You had to learn. You went through experience to learn the lesson that you learned. Some people got to learn that way too. So, final card is message though. You subconsciously and directly go into the future feminine. You got the 10 of Pentacles. This is manifestation. All you got to do is manifest. Like, you kind of like I said, this whole time you've been trying to manifest a particular person, place, or thing. And it's gonna manifest. You know what I mean? The thing is, when it happens, are you ready for it? It's not gonna happen on your time. You might want a union or a reunion or some shit like that. Okay, it's gonna happen, but it's probably not gonna happen on your time. You're probably gonna have to make a choice for it, not sacrifice for it. Just be obedient to what's right. You know, love always has a way of having bad timing. You wasn't ready for a union when your master wanted to unite with you. Now you're ready, and he ain't ready. Or maybe you in a whole new situation, which is where you need to be right now. Thus, you can't play this Jumanji game that is the twin flame situation right now. Like, whatever you want to manifest is going to happen. You ask for something. You feel you need a particular job. You feel you need this house. You feel you need this car. You feel you need some shit. Okay, you get it. This is what you really want? Can you afford this shit? Can you maintain this shit? 10 of Pentacles is attaining something. Attaining things is easy. Maintaining that shit is a 24-hour job. And that's what you learn. So that's the message that I got. Hope I could be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for new messages and new readings. Happy 5th anniversary, y'all, man. This has been love. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But need some readings from me, you need some coaching from me, you know where to holler me. It's my information at the bottom of the screen here. Just tap it, get in tune with me, and we're gonna do it good this year. I keep y'all updated. One.